Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to BBC News. In the last hour, two carriages of the Alton Tower Smiler ride have collided together. There were 16 people on one carriage and the other was empty. There are currently 4 seriously injured teenagers, 2 boys and 2 girls. Today we have the CEO of Merlin Entertainment, Mrs. Maeva, joining us to talk about the incident. Mrs. Varney, thank you very much for joining us on the BBC News this evening. Goodness, what a few days you have had. What are the latest news?
Well, obviously, it's a tragic accident that happened on Tuesday that we have been focused on, and really 2 main things. First and foremost, we've been trying to do everything we can to help and support those that were on the ride, particularly the 4 young people who were the most seriously injured and their families. We have also been doing a lot of work on knowing the cause of the ride's accidents. We have the health and safety executives also pursuing their own inquiries on site, and at this moment, we don't have a definite conclusion. We have very stringy and safety protocols and standards. It's our number 1 priority. But we've had an accident, and 1 accident is 1 too many. The 2 carriages should not have been on the same piece of track. Technically, that should not have happened. The Smiler is a relatively new ride, and as a new ride, all rides have teething problems when they open. However, guest safety on those sorts of incidents is not really a major issue in the sense that when you're on a roller coaster car, the car can't come off the track and you are restrained in the seats. When you have a glitch and the ride stops, it's not really an issue of safety to the riders. What happened is something that there are other fail-safes for. There are other braking locks that should stop 2 cars being on the same track, but that didn't work the way it was supposed to.
If you are happy that the ride is safe, why were people seriously injured?
Well, obviously we've had an accident on Smiler, and we need to understand that. And it's something that we're feeling so dreadful about. But we are looking at our safety procedures because we have not had an incident like this before, and we have entertained hundreds of millions of people at our parks very safely, but I keep coming back to it. We never want something like this to ever happen again. And what we have done today is put in another level of the additional safety measures across all our parks that have these types of rides. And all of them, but 2, have been able to implement those new procedures today, but it does not mean that they were not safe before.
Everybody is particularly looking at what you have been up to at Merlin at the moment. And you say that technical training need to be upgraded, that will suggest that it wasn't good enough before?
Well, that is not the case. As I was saying before,
people were seriously injured, and there have been suggestions that someone has lost a limb, and as the result of what's happened at Alton Tower. Has somebody lost that limb on that ride?
I'm not going to comment on any of the speculations.
Why not?
All I can tell you is that we are deeply sorry for the accident that happened.
Excuse me, I'm not sure that they are not interested in your sympathy at the moment. They went to have a fantastic day and they potentially lost a limb. You won't tell us if they will have not.
To all due respect, to be telling you stuff like that is absolutely personal information to those individuals and their families.
Clearly the safety measures were not adequate.
Well, look, they clearly weren't adequate on Smiler because the accident happened. We have taken steps to upgrade our safety standards, and I want to be able to look at everybody in the eyes and promise them that they are safe once we reopen it in the future.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Verne, for coming with us tonight.
Thank you.